Let's talk Tanya for the second of Shevat of a leap year. In yesterday's Tanya, we discussed the verse Ushaftam Uri'isam ben Sadik l'Rasha ben Oived Elokim l'Asher lo Yavadai, which says that there's a difference between a Tzaddik and a Rasha, and also a difference between a Oived Elokim, one who serves God, and Asher lo Yavadai, one who doesn't serve God. And we explained yesterday what does it mean to serve God versus not to serve God. We're talking about both of these people are perfect people. These are both Beinanis. But one of them is doing the internal work, and one of them is not doing the internal work. Actually, this pasuk is a topic of discussion in the Talmud. The Talmud says that the great sage Hillel was once asked by his student. His name was Ben Heihei. And Ben Heihei asked his teacher, Hillel, he says, there's this verse that says, Tzaddik and Rasha, one who serves God, one who doesn't serve God, it's the same thing. There's a redundancy over here. And Hillel responded and said, he says, Eine doima, you can't compare someone who revisits, who learns, who reviews his study 100 times to someone who reviews his study 101 times. Someone who reviews their study 100 times is considered a lo yavadai, someone who doesn't serve God. I know that sounds pretty astounding. And if someone reviews his studies 101 times, then they are oived elokim, then they are someone who is considered to be a servant of God, someone who serves God. And an obvious question is, what does that mean? Why does studying something 101 times versus 100 times make you someone who serves God? So the Rebbe explains that back in the day, it was common practice to review one's studies 100 times for reasons that are beyond the scope of what we're doing over here. Every time the students, they would hear a lecture from their master, from their teacher, and then they would review it 100 times. Why is someone studying it 101 times? 101 times? I know it sounds insignificant, it's only one more time. But if you're used to doing something 100 times, doing it 101 times is hard. You know, someone who runs a marathon, so a marathon is 26.4 miles. Now imagine when the person finishes the marathon going and telling them, okay, but how about doing now just another half a mile? It's only another half a mile. You already did 26 miles. So is another half a mile really a big deal? Yeah, it's a very, very big deal. There is what's the regular. There is what you're accustomed to. Going beyond that is always difficult. Someone who works from 9 to 5, asking them to stay until 5:10 is a big deal. So the idea of someone reviewing their study 101 times, what this really means is someone who goes beyond their comfort zone, beyond what they're used to, beyond what everyone is used to. What causes someone to go beyond their comfort zone? And the answer is internal work. When you're doing something by rote, when you're doing something because you're just, checking off a checklist, you don't do beyond what's expected. You don't go beyond what your comfort zone is and beyond what everyone does. You do what you're supposed to do. In this case, what you're supposed to do is 100 times. What motivates someone to go beyond that? What motivates someone to go beyond the normal? To push beyond their comfort zones? That's love, passion, feeling. I'm excited about something. I'm excited about studying Torah. I know that when I study Torah, I'm connecting to God. I did it 100 times? Yeah. Let's do one more time. Because I want to, because I care about it. That's a product of avodah. That's why this person is called the avodah, the one who serves God. What does it mean serves God? This is a person who is using their mind to influence their heart, to create feelings, to create passion, to create energy. The advantage in the 101st, the one who does 101 times over the 100, is not because that one time is significant in and of itself. It's where does that extra time come from? It comes from that work. It comes from that avodah. And the words that the Rebbe uses in Tanya is, that one time, that 101st time, is more valuable than the first 100 times put together. Pretty incredible. Why? Because that one time is a product of service of Hashem. We have a very, very powerful idea over here. It's not only about getting it right in thought, speech, and action. If you want to get it right in thought, speech, and action, 100 times is perfect. There's more to that. There's more to being a Jew than that. And that is that internal work, that creating those feelings which lead to the 101st time. In tomorrow's Tanya, we're going to find out even more how it is that this internal work is such a fundamental piece and part of our the service of Hashem of the Beinoni.